Oh, hey guys, what's up? Here, enjoy this.
It's been decades. We've been supporting triathletes through daunting endeavors in the most grueling of conditions, with you on fatigue filled training sessions and exhilarating race days. We remain consistent, our craft unwavering. We're here to watch you improve and to conquer. Our heritage lives on. Welcome to the Ohana.
All right, what's up? Happy Friday, everyone. Cheryl's in the house. Uh, Let me know if you can't hear me on this. I was just telling Tim who's in like the waiting room. I'm a little bit rusty. It's been a while since we've joined you guys on a Friday. If you guys haven't checked it out on this same YouTube channel, you could check out some partner product reviews. I'm trying to do more of those, so you guys could stumble upon them at your leisure. We were just I'm in Texas. I got a lot of stuff I want to talk to you about, and then we'll come back to Tim and Tri-Rig. But I got a sweat test. If you guys ever were curious about what the precision fuel and hydration sweat test entails, we were able to capture some of that on video in Texas. We've had a busy, 2 months. We were just in Kona at the Craig Alexander Monolani camp, and it was epic. Even with like the rain pissing down on us for a couple of the sessions, it was unbelievable. That resort is like, it's so awesome. We got to hang with Sam Long, Craig Alexander. Craig brought a Ben, who was a strength and conditioning coach that for an Australian rules football team, taught us some super valuable things to do for endurance athletes, which was awesome. Plus, we had like unbelievable meals, and the place was just 5 stars. So, mark your calendars for next year. Hey guys, can't hear. Okay, I got Linda Rich saying she can hear me, and Alberto saying we can't hear you. So let me know if you can't hear me now. But anyway, it was epic, and then we went straight from that. Which, by the way, we will be offering 2 additional camps. And this is probably for Kevin Driscoll, who I know is on. What's up, buddy? I saw your name as a Ironman Sacramento this year. Way to go, Kevin! Let's go. So you might have to get some extra camps in, but we are bringing some new ambassadors within our Legends community with McKeely Jones and Craig Alexander. It hasn't been announced yet, so you guys are hearing it first. But we are bringing Mirinda Carfrey in to the Zoot family, and also her husband Tim O'Donnell. So it should be pretty awesome. It's a real good connection with them and Ironman. They are holding a camp in June, and they're opening up to Team Zoot with a special discount. This is going to be in Boulder. So Rennie, and I'll post the stuff on our app or our community platform. If you guys are watching this, and if you're one of the ones who's like, I'm not downloading another app, like I don't want to open another app, then like I feel you, I get you, I understand. You don't have to. What I've been doing is I use it on my web. I use 99% of the time I use it on my web browser, and the only time I really use the app is if I'm somewhere like we were just in Texas and I need to see what time the team picture is or the schedule that I created and I forgot because I'm old. That's when I use the app, but 99% of the time I'm using it as a community platform. So it's there. It's getting better, and we're still working on really cool stuff coming for you guys. So the Tim and Rennie camp is going to be in Boulder. More details to come if you're interested in that. There's also all the regional camps going on right now. I'm actually having a call with the Mid-Atlantic crew in about an hour just to say hi to them. They're doing a rad camp at Firstborn. And so check your regional pages and talk to your captains if you're interested or you want to go to one of the regional camps. Also, speaking of the Monolani, Craig, Alexander, I just found out today they are going to be offering, they're doing another camp in August. So at the Monolani again, it's going to be like the same deal, except for I won't be there, so it won't be as cool. But unfortunately, I mean, that'd be cool if I went again, just get like super fit this year. just doing training camps and like eating really good food, which would be awesome, and hanging out in the jacuzzi, maybe drinking some beers. Not maybe, most likely drinking more beers. And if you were a team Zooter that went to the spring camp, and it's really cool, is the Austin from the Monolani. If you were one of those team Zooters that went to the spring camp, and just because the weather wasn't ideal, he's actually, if you want to go to the August camp too, he's going to give you guys 2 free nights to stay before or after the camp. So super epic. So again, more details to come on that. Then we went to Oceanside. Oceanside was unbelievable. We had like a killer Team Zoot crew. We had a cheer house on the run course. If you guys missed it, it was like one for the ages. It was a really epic race, and the cheering was really cool. And then we went right into Texas. And again, that was a world championship field. It was, Ironman. Kudos to the Ironman athletes, to the Ironman organization, to you guys who are racing really cool. All these races are really stepping up. And if you don't do like a Tim, we're bringing Tim on, who's an ex-pro. If you don't race a 7:30 full Ironman, like, don't even come to me for sponsorship, because like these men and women are just setting a whole new bar. And if you got lapped by Taylor Knibb, those are my 2 prerequisites now. I was going to say, if you're not doing a 7:30, if you're a male, and if you got lapped by Taylor Knibb, male or female, then like, I don't know, what are you doing? So anywho, we'll leave this up on the YouTube channel to see later, but I'm going to bring Tim in. A lot of you guys are familiar with this brand, and they've been a Team Zoot partner for, I don't know, 4 years, maybe 5 years, somewhere around there. Tim, he's actually double dipping. He plays double duty. He is our point of contact for both Tri-Rig and Form, 2 awesome Team Zoot partners. And I must say that Tri-Rig has really stepped their product game up these last few years, and they're really doing some cool innovation. And so we want to talk about what the trends are going on in the pro field and the amateur field, what the right steps are for different people, and what seems to be working, and new stuff coming out. So without further ado, Tim Winslow. What's up, Timmy?
Hello.
Hey, thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Always good.
Yeah, dude. So Tim, where are you now? Are you in Colorado?
Right now I'm in Scottsdale, and
Okay.
I'm actually going to be moving to Boise soon.
Like for good?
For the foreseeable, let's just say.
Why did you like? Did you meet a girl or something?
No, it's just a new living. I wish, right? No, new living opportunity. So, I mean, I'll still be back in Boulder quite a bit, but yeah, Boise will be where I'll be most of the year.
Right on. Okay, cool. So Tim, if you guys haven't met Tim at an event, he goes in like, he's like a recon. He's like, he just goes in like guerrilla warfare to some of these events sometimes too. Sometimes I don't know Tim's there until he's there. But Tim with Tri-Rig. So Tim is an ex-professional triathlete. He still trains with a good group of pros wherever he's at, either in Arizona or in Colorado. He probably will have a few less in Boise, but there's a couple pros that live out there. Some good riding for sure. But he's been with Tri-Rig, and he's kind of been helping them and doing a good job, I might say, Tim. In both the representation side, the product development side, and he tests the stuff. And he is the handsome gentleman you see. He went to the wind tunnel, which was pretty cool.
Okay.
And then he's all plastered on the front page of all those websites. So let's talk about Tri-Rig. So Tri-Rig's been around for quite some time.
Yeah.
And you guys kind of started, I think your first major like product win, I think, was those Delta Aero brakes. Am I correct?
Sure. Yep.
Yeah. And then everyone went to disc brakes, and they're like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
they had an aero, like they're like aero nerds over there at Tri-Rig. But the company changed hands, and the guy who bought it is kind of like, he's he's just a passionate dude and wants to keep developing the product and stuff and make everything better. And you guys have been known lately, I think, for your arm cups.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Scoops Arm Cups is kind of the tagline for it.
Yeah, scoops in your arm cups, and you have a bunch of different options.
Yeah.
And I mean the what's happening now is pretty insane. And if you guys don't have it on your bikes, you're kind of really missing out, especially if you do either a 70.3 or a full distance Ironman. You know, when we were in Kona, and I was talking to my friend there. Crow is now my buddy, so I now he's my friend. He's not. I just call him that. He probably doesn't. He doesn't call me that, but I call him that. He's now an ambassador for QR as well. So it's really cool. Where we have a lot of these same team partners that we're branded with, and we could share content and whatever. And anywho, QR had brought a TT bike and a road bike out to Kona for Craig, and we needed some content for Craig for his upcoming Zoot inline design, which is pretty cool. It'll come out pretty soon. And so we're shooting, and he's on his TT bike, and he said he hadn't been on a TT bike in years. And he was just like, man, he's like, it's like a cheat code. He's like, I could take a nap, like just in aero, and the weight is no longer, you're no longer breaking your back, and just super uncomfortable. And I used to, and like when he was talking to me about this, I was like, yeah, man. I was like you don't think about it, but like those new cups and bars, it's like you could just kind of sit in aero for way longer, which is like so valuable, especially if you're doing a longer race. So so you guys have been making those cups and stuff, and then we want to talk about front hydration, but let's talk about the cups and the scoops first. Like, what is what's the trend going on right now, and what are people doing? And I don't know, what seems, you could share your screen.
Yeah, sure. So
let me know.
I'll show you. So yeah, on our website, we try and make it really clear, like what you might be interested in. So going over to the arm cups, like Mark mentioned, we have a lot of different options, where it's mostly based on price point as well as material. So we have some charts and graphs that kind of help you decide which ones you might want. The open back and closed back editions are unique to Tri-Rig, where we have open and closed for each one of our different arm cups. We've kind of found that if you're running a pretty flat position, that most people like the open back, and if you're running a higher hands position, most people like the closed back, just to feel more locked in.
Is that because you're naturally going to come
you're
down
kind of sliding back the higher your hands are, so having that back to the cup helps you feel a lot more locked in. You've probably seen a lot of athletes are going to what we call like super extensions, where the hand position is built into the elbow cup. So ours is great because you can adjust the area for your hands. You can also see in our charts like the diameter, which kind of helps you figure out with your forearm like what width is going to be best for you. What's really great too about our Evo line in particular, so both just the normal high side cups as well as the ultimates, is they come with two different pad thicknesses. What's great for that is you might want thicker pads if you were doing an Ironman or if you're on pretty rough roads. And then the thinner arm cup, the thinner pads are kind of nice if you want to feel the sides of the arm cups and feel more locked in. But like I said, another thing that makes us really unique is just our different hole spacing on the arm cups. It's so easy for you to just take off the arm cups that come on your bike and just Boltar's right on. It takes no time at all, and it's very easy to do, to just line it up and bolt it right in. And just the longer that you can be more comfortable and hold arrow, the faster you're going to be. And like Mark mentioned, just if you can come off the bike more fresh, whether that's your lower back or your legs from not fidgeting as much, that's ultimately going to help your race time overall. Yeah.
If you guys have questions too on any of these products or anything jumps to mind, please chime in and we'll answer them in real time to give you guys some insight. And like Tim was saying, like it's the whole patterns are so good now. And I know what I do is like I would just take an Allen with me and just have I do this for like my bike fits too every once in a while. Like, when you haven't been on a bike, like if you haven't been on your TT bike like for a long time and you're just riding your road bike, you get back on it. And what felt perfectly good in December now in May feels like horrible because you're just not used to it. And so I always end up just like I would just tweak it one hole, or I would just tweak the arms. Oh, let me go out a little bit. How does that feel? Ride for 20 minutes. And then I would put it in. I'd put it back one, up one, just to kind of see what I liked. And there's a ton of options, which was really cool. And I do remember we did La Quinta this year. And that is like pancake flat course. And I remember the first time I ever did that race, I was like, this sucks. Like, this blows. I need hills because I need to like stretch my old man back. I need to get out of arrow and climb and stuff. And then all I remember was like, oh yeah, I was like, I felt really comfortable. And I was like, man, I could hold arrow for quite some time. So I was pretty stoked on that. So thanks for making it better for us.
Yeah. The fastest position is the one that you can hold. So I would say like, updating your arm cups, and then
that's like the easiest thing you could do.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And then once you're comfortable and you're holding arrow for a long time, then you can always go narrower or try and become more arrow, but comfort is king for sure.
You want to answer this question from Carol?
So that is one thing that's really nice about the hole spacing is that you can slot them out very wide. Another thing that you can do is we have what's called wingspan adapters.
What is it? Is it one of these things?
No, that's for BTA. I'll get into that soon.
All right.
But basically, you can see. So this will move your pads out wide. So if you do want more width, you can use these. Either the XL or the what do you recommend for athletes with bad shoulders?
I think this is kind of it, right? Like something like this. Yeah.
For most people, especially if they're newer to the sport, if they've had shoulder surgery, if they have bad flexibility, you pretty much what's going to be most comfortable is like moving your arms out wide, and that's why we call them wingspan because you can get a lot wider. It depends on your hole spacing on your bike, but our customer service is really good at helping you figure that out as well. So yeah, I would definitely recommend some wingspan. And one thing I wanted to mention too is your team code is Team Zoot 26, and you guys get 25% off year round. So yeah.
I had that. Team Zoot 26. So I'll put this in the comments, and it's gonna, again, guys, like most of our codes, because we want to protect our partners. Make sure you're using the email that you ordered your team kit with. It's just like our site, because it won't work. It won't work unless you're using that email that I provided to Tim. That's why we drill that into you guys so hard. Like to remember what email you use. So that's the code. It's good for 25% off, which is really cool. And speaking of, in the endurance athlete journey, I wonder who that is. I know these are their YouTube names. So sometimes I don't always know who it is. or if they're not using their Google, but like, man, there's like a yoga pose. Like I can't do like some of the pros, they're like I know Hansen is like, his elbows are together. They're like, there's not one space. And like, I don't know, go to yoga and do some of that stuff. Cause like,
for sure.
knows?
Well, that's one of the things, like flexibility, especially in the upper body, whether it's your pecs or your back. That's a big aero gain you can get as well, somewhat for free, where it's not only going to help your swimming or the mobility, but it's also going to help you hold a more aero position. So that is kind of interesting.
Do a lot of planks too.
One thing that we've seen in just over time is sort of the explosion of front end hydration. I'll show you, let's see, I'll show you this picture just briefly so we can kind of talk about like trend the pros are doing. So like this was Gustav at Texas.
It's so cool that those like all these like top end guys and girls are using your product. And like, that's like the best, like when you don't have to sponsor them, but your product's that good and they just want it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
So that's been pretty exciting. You guys can see here, obviously he's using our Kappa cages. It's something that we've become pretty well known for now, just because the grip is so much tighter than anything on the market. Like, you know, you can think over the last 15 years, X Labs Gorilla cages have kind of been sort of the standard. We've come in and engineered it to be even tighter because we don't want people losing their nutrition due to railroad tracks or speed bumps or bumpy roads. And then on top of that, you throw in the pro aspect. And I think for age groupers as well, is you don't want to get a littering penalty. And so what our cage allows you to do is not have to run any rubber bands. You don't have to use any like retention straps or loops or anything like that. And you can have peace of mind knowing that your bottle is going to stay in its spot in its cage. Just another thing to note here is you can just see that pros are using a lot of hydration up in the front, both for aerodynamics, getting it closer to their torso is usually faster in the wind tunnel, and also using rails so that you can do 2 bottles in the front. And so that kind of leads me into a popular piece on our website. So if you go into front hydration, these are kind of all those individual products. Mark was just showing the BTA adapter plate, which is great.
We're gonna give some of the stuff away. So for those of you guys that are watching live, and you need it and could use it, lucky day. Thanks to Tim, gave us the stuff, and we're gonna raffle it off. You guys, a few things anyway.
Yeah. So basically, these just sandwich right underneath your arm pads, so that it gives you the option to mount 1 bottle, or you could do a riser and a rail for multiple bottles. And what we've done to make it easy is we have our newer front end hydration builder. So what this does is it gives you the ability to visualize like how you would want the front of your bike to look.
Yeah, this is, you know, it's key for Tim's question, because this thing, Tim, is adjustable, different heights for the BTA bottle mounts and riser. This is the adjustable front end. I have this on my bike, and it's pretty cool because you're like, oh, I could adjust it just enough, like almost like you could rest your chin on it a little bit.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, so you can really cool. It not only lets you adjust the height, which is really unique to the market. Other ones that raise the height, you have to use different like wedges and blocks. But then, yeah, you can also adjust the tilt. So let's just say that your aero bar setup had tilt in it, and you're mounting this on top of it. You don't want your bottles like pointed at the ground, or you might have water leak out of it. Or if you're using a straw, gravity might not be helping you. So with this system, you can fully adjust the tilt as well as the height, which makes it unique. And you can select whatever configuration you want. So maybe you want one bottle, maybe you want 3 bottles, or you want to use our new Hydra Aero bottle. Maybe you just want 3 normal bottles. You can throw in like the poly mount, which is our computer mount, which can mount in multiple options. So this really just makes it easy for you to configure whatever you want. And I do see a note from Tim saying it was a little too high. So we also have another one, which is just a standard bottle mount riser. So this is obviously fixed into one height, one position. It's a lot less expensive. That is less tall. So we do have some shorter athletes, or just athletes in general that don't need as much height, that will use that. Yeah. So the question about,
hold on, I'm gonna go into the Carol's question. I'm gonna go back to Carol's question. She has a grip strength of a toddler. She has a medium grip cage. Carol, probably you're not going to want to put, like, just from experience, like regular dude experience, you're probably not going to want to put a standard bottle, a BTA bottle, with a standard cage in the middle of your arms, or a one off the back, because you will lose those if you're using anything other than like a super. It's happened to me before, and I've never lost bottles before. And so, yeah, Tim, Carol, give me a yes comment if you're still in Littleton, Colorado, if I'm looking at the correct Carol. But this would be the perfect solution for you right here. And I'm not even gonna should I entertain this comment? XLab, bro, come on. XLab, who are they? Nah, we're not doing.
So
you just gotta buy a new setup.
To answer that question, though, our normal Kappa cage does work with the XLab torpedo.
Bro.
So, but yeah, to Mark's point, like this Hydra carbon aero bottle is pretty new. It is refillable. Holds I think it's 700 milliliters. So this would be a good option if you don't want to have to constantly be pulling the bottle in and out of the cage. Our cages do only come in one tension, because our intention is for you to not lose your nutrition or your hydration. So we would rather it be a little too tight than not tight enough, because there's plenty of not tight enough on the market, or people are fussing around with rubber bands and still end up losing their nutrition. So
I'm just giving you a hard time, Anderson. I'm just giving you a hard time, so don't worry about it. Yes, I think I really thank you for joining this and learning about some new products from these guys that might help. So, and look, there's Tim right there. Look,
that's actually
that's not you.
No, I know. We used one of my friends who's in Boulder as well, and once we did
that guy's way more cut up than you do.
Once we did the photo shoot, we were like, oh, we should have chosen like somebody else that doesn't look exactly like me. But so that's kind of funny. But this kind of shows an example of a setup. So he's running the elevator, a multi-bottle rail, Hydra on top, and then just a normal cage on the bottom. I did see a question about with all the weight of these risers, arm cups, everything. We are not close to the point where Aero is still king for sure over weight. There's obviously going to be caveats to that. If you're racing Ironman Nice, that might be an exception where you want to look at the weight a little bit more. But even a course like Oceanside or how St. George was, that the aeroness that comes with having your bottle like close to your torso, as well as one of the benefits too is not having to break aero as often. So every time you have to go to your brakes and reach down to your frame to grab a bottle, or reach all the way back to the back of your saddle to grab a bottle, you're just opening a parachute and your whole body's open and you're catching all the wind. So even from that perspective, anything you can do to keep the hydration right in front of you and right where it's easy for your hands to grab to be as quick as possible, yeah, that's better.
So yeah, totally. So hold on, Carol. Hey, Carol, see this bad boy right here? This is yours. I really appreciate you being part of the Team Zoot. I'm going to send this out next week for you. You could do Tim a favor, and if you need other stuff, you go on a try where I use your discount or some other stuff. But I will be sending you this next week. So thanks for joining on the Friday.
One thing to note too, if you're training and you need some bigger bottles, we have 950 milliliter bottles in bright orange. So if you don't want to, if you want cars to see you, the orange, especially for training, is a great option. There are some new rules about hydration in the front in particular. So you are not allowed to have more than, I believe it's 2 liters of water in the front. 2 liters is a lot. That means you could still run 4 bottles in the front that are each 500 milliliters, which nobody's doing. So I would say there's also a rule that it can't be too far back, your system. It has to stay within, I think it's like 30. It's basically like,
yeah, but no one's checking the age groupers.
Yeah,
though,
exactly.
Right? Like you guys are fine. You guys do whatever you want to do on these as long as it's within. It's crazy. So we were just in Texas, and one of our Team Zoo captains in Texas, Christian Wendenberg, he is, he's pretty involved. He's not as involved with like one of our captains is the one who sends out all the emails and communication, but Christian's kind of like the man on the street. So he's volunteering in the transition areas and stuff, race day and during the race. And his wife is an Ironman official, and she was the one at bike check-in measuring the pros. Like they got a measuring tape and they're measuring the height of the BTA setups, how far back. And I was like, dude, you guys are getting pretty gnarly with that.
Yeah. Age groupers can definitely like get away with murder, especially because like even like the running shoes, isn't there a rule that it can't be more than 40 millimeters of stack?
The stack height?
Yeah, people I'm sure are running in the Adidas Prime X that's like 50 millimeters. Like they're not checking everybody's shoes in transition.
Guilty. I didn't realize the Hokas I had are illegal. We raced in La Quinta, and my boss was like I was like, I don't know, it didn't really affect my 2:05 marathon. Like, you know what I mean?
Maybe if you took the last world spot, you might have somebody protest you, but
yes.
So
whatever. Yeah. So Tim, tell me if I'm wrong in thinking this too, but I do want to really kind of make the team realize and appreciate. I feel like a lot of times, we're talking about aero, and one thing that you said and you kind of always say every time I talk to you is you're the fastest thing you could do on the bike is stay in aero for as long as you can. So comfort comes, like there's a huge advantage to being comfortable on your bike. Like it's I think it's even, I mean, I'm no coach, obviously. It's like saying I'm not a doctor. Like, yeah, no kidding, doofus, right? Like, but what I've seen personally, what has kind of helped me is like, instead of like, I'm already like my fitness is my fitness, right? And what I've been doing is like working on other stuff. And who was the one who had tight shoulders? A couple of people who were like had tight shoulders. Like I've been integrating other things into my training, and one of those things is like I'm doing more planks, and like when I do push-ups, and it's one of the things that the strength and conditioning coach told me in Kona at the camp was like, he's like, do this variation. So I do a push up to like a side plank, and it's just like small stuff like that. It's just like I'm noticing it when I'm riding. Like, oh wow, I'm not like miserable in my aero setup, which is it like it. And the goal is like have fun, like just, and so like if you could, like if you're comfortable and happy, like if you're like whatever you're pushing, whatever watts you're pushing, like I'd rather be a little bit more comfortable and enjoy the ride than push a couple more watts. So
yeah, definitely.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I remember Cam Dye. He told me once that like when he turned 30, he started to really have to focus on strength, and that made a big difference. So yeah, to your point, like your body, it's changing over time. It's either it might be breaking down more in some ways that it wasn't before, and things
Bro,
that
30 years old as a kid.
Yeah, but like still like things that used to not bother you might be bothering you now. And yeah, there's like a lot of these technologies, whether it's your arm cup design or pad thickness, can really help you. So
yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, I want to go into giving something else away that you had sent us, because this one's pretty cool.
sure.
I'm gonna do like, this is like so dramatic. So put that thing up on your shared thing. This is the Poly mount. Now, the most versatile computer mount on the market.
Yeah, so basically you can use it in multiple different variations. So you could use it like clipped on to your extensions, or like as a like where you would mount a computer, a computer or a camera mount. You could do it like in this orientation, or you could use the like wishbone mount that can bring it up and around wherever you want it. The other super cool thing about it is all of these holes that you see are threaded, so you can mount a bottle or a riser or whatever you want on top of that. So you can see with this picture, I had this on my gravel bike. This was just a straight like a straight mount, I guess you'd call it. Then this was me adding a wishbone to bring my computer up higher, so that I have room for my forearms to slot in there. I can also move the tilt of the computer to where I want. But then on top of that, I mounted the riser so that I could bring the bottle up higher. So yeah.
Yeah, so I was selfishly, when you sent this, I was like, I'm keeping this bad boy. But then because I was like, oh, I could use that for sure. But I would rather give it off to one of the Team Zooters. So how should we give this away? Do you have any ideas? What should we do? You have any questions? You got some deep grassroots like try knowledge that we should ask, or what? No one's gonna get it. Okay. Everyone's gonna use like Google and their ChatGPT.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's okay. I mean, whoever's quick on the draw, I guess, right?
Okay. What is the first name of the founder of TriRig? I don't know if anybody knows. He's in all of our YouTube videos.
So he still works with you guys, right? Like,
yeah. So he sold the company to Kevin 4 or 5 years ago. No, it's not Billy. And then he's still our engineer.
Nick?
Yeah, he got it. Yeah, it's Nick.
Paul.
No, I think somebody got there before him.
Oh, no, yeah, no. DJ Humphreys, 2010. All right, you got to send me, I don't know what this YouTube name is. You got to send me your name so I could make sure, or email me. You got to find my email and send me your email and your address, and I'll send this to you. Yeah, he's still in all your YouTube videos. Does he still race?
No, no.
Nick Salazar, correct?
Yeah. Shout out to him too. He actually he produced a movie. He's really good with the camera, and he created a movie, and it's on Amazon. And there's Nick right there. I think he's the main actor, but he like
Wait,
filmed,
show that. Show what is that?
filmed and edited the whole thing. It's called The Game of Life.
Did he win the game of life?
It's on Amazon Prime. I need to watch it, but I've heard it's good. So shout out to Nick. I don't know.
Shout out to Nick for making movies, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Right.
But also, but just to segue to that, so like if you ever have questions about our products, we've done a really good job of like creating YouTube videos for all of them. So if you ever have any questions about the products, just go to the product page and click on the video, and it'll tell you everything about like what you would need to know about the product. So that's really cool.
Got it. So Paul wants to know if the hydrocarbon air bottle will be back in stock. See?
Yeah, it's
Team Zoot is on it, Tim. They want good stuff at a discount. Okay, they want to use it. They want to race. They want to be fit. They want to have fun, and they want to smile, and they want to crush all of their teams like you guys did in Texas. Kudos to you guys. Everyone's like, "Oh, dude, Team Zoot's so big," and I was like, "Dude, there's like 3,300 athletes in Texas, and we had like 75 racing." I was like, it'd be cool if we had like 750 racing. That would be really cool. But it was pretty fun to see. So they're in there, Tim. They want to support and they want to crush it. Let's go, man. Get your supply chain going.
Yeah, I know. So to answer that question, we're probably maybe 6 weeks out from having black back in stock. I will say though, what is nice about the white translucent is you can see how much nutrition you have left, where you can't really see that in the black. I was using black for a little while, and then I was like, oh, this looks really cool on my bike, but it's really hard to tell how much hydration I have left. So if you want it to be more functional, you should just order the white now. And then one thing you can do too is then you can order just the black bottle, so it's not just the cage.
So. Just put some stickers on it. Don't worry about looking cool, man. You're already looking like a nerd with your aero helmet and everything, and your super tight suit. Just whatever is more function in the world triathlons. That's what you need to do. So, all right, DJ, did you send me an email or send me your full name so I could look you up? And then I want to give away. Let's give away this bad boy right here. And what was
that? Somebody also mentioned like if you have questions on compatibility or anything. So we do this free chat with a pro. So if you ever have any questions, just book 15 minutes with Ben. It's totally free. He'll talk to you about your bike and just give you any recommendations that you're looking for. So yeah, that's a great.
There you go, Tim Anderson. That's right there.
You can also just email info@tryrig.com and they'll answer your questions via email as well if you don't want to jump on a call.
Yeah, for sure. Cheryl, I'm just drinking water at the moment. I'm on program right now. This is a big year for me. I haven't decided what the big thing's gonna be yet, but yeah. So I'm just water today. Don't worry, I'll probably have a cocktail later. This is all right. Yeah, Team Zoot in Boston. Kudos to all you guys, man. Let's see. Does the black get hot? There's a lot of training in triple digits. Jackie, order the clear one. All right, cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Message you on the app. Yes, thank you for messaging me on the app. DJ Humphreys. We should. Is DJ short for like? Is your name or are you a DJ or what? I'm so curious now. Maybe we could hire you to do our next Zoot open house DJing for sure. So one other thing that I do want to raffle off Tim, is this looks like something to, like, I don't know, discipline someone with.
Yeah, so this is probably, I think this is our least expensive, but most useful, I'd say, product. So this multi-bottle rail.
We like that combo.
Yeah,
Multi-bottle rail.
so this is what attaches to your elevator or your riser, and it gives you the ability to mount anything you want on it. So you can do, because if you just buy the elevator, just buy a riser, you can only mount one bottle onto it. But once you get that multi-bottle rail, sky's the limit. You could put 4 crazy bottles on there. You could just put 2.
Whoa.
Here's our video. You can watch if you want to learn all about it. But like on the front hydration builder, you can see that, like, if you don't have that rail, you can only do 1 computer mount, and so once you put that rail on, you can add bottles, you can add whatever you want. So multi-bottle rail, that's what Mark's ready to give away.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
Let's see.
Okay, I got one. I got one.
All right.
Sorry, I'm multitasking. I'm trying to find. DJ was going into work. He sent me a message on the forum. DJ does tries at gmail.com. Let's go. Who is our pro that Tim often trains with? If someone gets that one.
Okay.
If someone gets that one, that'd be, while I write down DJ's email so I could ship this to him.
Should we give a hint?
No.
All right.
Hints? Come on, bro. Well, I don't know. What's the hint you want to give?
It's a girl.
Oh, that's kind of. We know you can't ride. We know you can't ride with the pro men.
I've been retired for too long. I can't hang with the men anymore.
Driscoll. So try again. The other sex, guys. Come on. It's a girl. Hanson. Come on. It's a girl.
Well, there is a funny story.
No.
All right.
Wait. If you've seen any of her social media, you would probably have seen Tim. Oh, there we go. Boom. Lawrence.
A funny story though about Sam Long. So he lived with me for 3 weeks. That's how long he survived. We went to college together, and let's see, I would have been a sophomore in college. I think he was a sophomore as well. He moved into where I was living, and he only survived 3 weeks before.
Were you
moved
guys
back
doing
to his parents' house?
Were you guys? Yeah, he's like, oh, live for free. Were you guys doing triathlon at the time?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool. Sweet. So funny story. All right, man. Well,
Lisa B. That was a good one, but
that was pretty close.
She's up in Fort Collins now. It's too far from Boulder.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to hit you up because I'm taking a little vacation this summer. I'm taking my kid to a I don't know who this artist is. I'm trying here, guys. I got a 10-year-old daughter.
At Red Rocks?
That loves Spotify. So we're going to Red Rocks.
Nice.
We're gonna go see Somber. Don't even know who that is.
Okay. I feel like I've heard of that.
I don't know who a lot of artists are, I guess, but we're doing that. So I might have to hit you up for some suggestions near like Boulder and Golden.
Yeah, for sure.
To go see the Buffalo Bill Museum or like the Coors Factory or something like that. So,
nice.
All right. Who is this? At Elcid_1324. Please message me on the forum, on the community forum. Do it on the webpage or do it on your app. It don't matter. But send me your name and your mailing address so I could look you up in the system too, and send you out this most used product. This is like the most popular product that Tribrick sells. So yeah, Cheryl Somber. That's it. That's who I'm gonna go see. Hopefully. I'll take my kid, and it sounds like a place where I'm gonna like, oh, you want a beer? It's like $18. You want some popcorn? It's like $30. But I've never been to Red Rock, so
It's cool.
So,
it's worth going to.
yeah, for sure. So now we're trying to give my kids experiences. So that's why I'm not doing Boise, because I'm going out for this
Okay.
race. Yeah, I was gonna make my mark at Boise. I was gonna go sub-5 at Boise. That was gonna be the one. But
I would have had a place for you to stay too.
No, I'll let work pay for it for sure. I'm not crashing on it. If I'm traveling for work, I'm not crashing on any couches, bro. I'm too old for that.
Fair.
But yeah. All right, dude. Well, hey, again, we're gonna have Tim back, guys, next for form. Again, I've been a big fan of form for years. And as I am a solo swimmer, so I don't do groups and stuff like that. So I've been yelling form from the rooftops. Scott should give me some stock. How much of a big fan I am of form,
sure.
but I really am a big fan of that product. So we'll have him on next. They have some cool stuff coming down the pipe for you guys that like the form or are curious to check it out or don't swim with the group, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, but for Tri-Rig, check it out. They've been doing a ton of work, like Tim said. Like their website's epic. And I don't know who's doing it, but give those guys a raise. They're doing a really good job. There's a lot of information on it and the content, because just trying to make it easy for any questions. It's all there. And then even if you can't find it on there, then book a call with Ben, and then he'll walk you through a personalized recommendation of what you guys should get. It's a really cool feature. So appreciate all you guys. And I did do a video on this on YouTube.
I
just
saw
like
that was cool.
unboxing on it. So just giving my first impressions on it. It's really, really nice. Again, and then kudos to DJ for this. Just let you know, DJ, this was going to be mine, bro, and now it's yours. That's how much I love you guys right there. I'd rather give it to you guys. But I really appreciate you guys. Tim, thanks for coming out. And
thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Stay loose. We'll see you on the next one, dude.
All righty, sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks, team.